The Stargate program was the largest project in both its scale and potential to ever be undertaken by mankind. By utilizing an interconnected network of wormholes, near instantaneous travel could be achieved across entire galaxies, and the technology of enormously advanced extraterrestrial species repurposed for human use. The team sent through the Stargates represented the best of what the United States, and later the world, had to offer. Their members were required to be equal parts explorer, soldier, diplomat, and scientist. Each expected to have the moral capacity to make decisions without oversight or support, with the potential to drastically affect the future of the human race. Every member of Stargate Command had to commit themselves fully to the success of the program, but it can be justly argued that no single individual ever gave more of themselves to the cause than Jonathan "Jack" O'Neill. Born in 1952 in the state of Illinois, O'Neill joined the United States Air Force following an undistinguished performance in primary and secondary school. Here he found his focus, graduating from the U.S. Air Force Academy as a second lieutenant with an award for academic excellence. His duties took him to the ongoing conflict in Vietnam, where he displayed an affinity towards special operations. He saw action as part of covert operations in Eastern Germany, the Middle East, and was briefly captured during the Gulf War. His experience made him the ideal candidate to lead the United States' first expedition through a newly activated Stargate hidden deep within the Air Force's Cheyenne Mountain complex. The mission to the world of Abydos in 1996 would bring to humanity the first tentative knowledge surrounding an alien empire known as the Goa'uld, their superior technology, and hostile intentions. O'Neill himself would end the immediate threat of the Goa'uld by killing one of their highest leaders, Supreme System Lord Ra, and retire from the Air Force soon after. O'Neill was recalled to active duty roughly a year later in 1997, when it was discovered that the Stargate was capable of instantaneous travel not solely to Abydos, but a multitude of worlds. With the establishment of Stargate Command and a directive to obtain allies and technology to defend against the Goa'uld, O'Neill was placed in command of its flagship team, SG-1. For 7 years, Jack O'Neill led SG-1 into many of the most dangerous and triumphant missions undertaken by Stargate Command. Through his direct involvement, the United States and its partner nations on Earth were able to develop a better understanding of the galactic power structure, develop advanced weaponry, and take the first steps to becoming a true interstellar civilization. O'Neill was also instrumental in crippling the power of the Goa'uld Empire, killing many of their system lords and weakening their internal political structure. His greatest achievement, however, was creating the foundation for a lasting partnership with the Asgard, a hyper-advanced civilization who saw through the actions of O'Neill the true potential of humanity. In 2004, O'Neill was promoted to Brigadier General and named the new commander of Stargate Command. He oversaw an expedition to deploy a permanent scientific and military garrison to the distant Pegasus galaxy, and mobilized resources away from the dwindling Goa'uld threat to new ones such as the replicators Ori and Wraith. His success here saw a further promotion to the head of Homeworld Command, responsible for the defense of Earth and the pursuit of United States policy objectives across the wider galaxy. During Jack O'Neill's tenure at Stargate, humanity transitioned from a civilization entirely unaware of its place in the galaxy to a true interstellar power. Much of this is due to the influence of O'Neill himself. Despite the incredible stress of his positions and the unusual circumstances he routinely found himself playing a role in, O'Neill maintained an affable, self-effacing personality. He was fond of using dry humor to build relationships, and despite his career as a soldier, preferred a casual, direct approach, eschewing formality and ceremony. As a leader, O'Neill was capable of rapid, decisive action, favoring pragmatic approaches to situations. Even when dealing with threats or events of monumental scale, he refused to be intimidated, maintaining the calm and discipline necessary to act. Despite his proficiency within special operations, O'Neill recognized the limits of his own expertise. His command style encouraged his subordinates to be flexible and gave them the necessary freedom to develop their own solutions to complex problems. His loyalty and devotion to his squadmates within SG-1 often proved essential in overcoming unusual or unprecedented obstacles. In Samantha Carter, O'Neill found a kind of kindred spirit, and they developed a close and eventually romantic relationship through their shared experiences. Likewise, O'Neill's determination and resolve impressed Teal'c of Chulak enough to abandon the Goa'uld, and their mutual respect formed the basis of a lasting friendship. By contrast, his relationship with Daniel Jackson was often strained, owing to their different backgrounds and conflicting personalities. Yet, O'Neill recognized the value of being challenged and found a unique friendship with Jackson, despite their differences. George Hammond, the original commanding officer of Stargate Command, would prove to be a role model to O'Neill during his own status as the head of the SGC. In a remote area of Minnesota, near the town of Silver Creek, there lies a small cabin overlooking a lake. It is something of an irony that a man directly responsible for saving the human race on multiple occasions might be found fishing here, his actions unknown to all but a few. But if nothing else, Jack O'Neill has earned the right to decide for himself how to spend a well-deserved retirement.
In Dossier, the Templin Institute investigates the legendary figures from alternate worlds. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to join the Templin Institute, consider pledging to our Patreon page. Along with increased security access, you'll be able to vote in polls to determine future topics, get custom wallpaper every week, and receive some other exclusive rewards.